During a Monday campaign stop in St. John, New Brunswick, a promise no doubt being celebrated in Alberta's oil fields and legislature. The Conservative leader vowing to connect Western oil and Eastern refineries through a new Canadian energy corridor.
The only way that you get the investment is to repeal the anti-pipeline law and bring in a pre-approved corridor so businesses know they will never again have to spend 7 years and $1 billion to get to a dead end.
Liberal leader Mark Carney has also promised faster energy projects, including pipelines. About a week ago, as Prime Minister, he announced he and the premiers have agreed to develop more corridors. And during a recent stop in Edmonton, he specifically spoke about connecting a deepwater port in Nunavut to Alberta oil.
We need to do things that had not been imagined or had not been thought possible at a speed we haven't seen before.
This all comes as polling suggests rising support for pipelines across Canada and even in Quebec.
Having this national conversation is great because Alberta's been pushing this for years, and it's great to see the rest of the country come along.
Alberta's Economic Corridors Minister says the province has already signed agreements with Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and the Northwest Territories to promote new corridors and is working with BC as well. But Devin Dreeshen says that's only one hurdle for Alberta oil.
The West Coast tanker ban out of BC, that stops any major projects going out to Prince Rupert. So we need the federal government to repeal some of their anti-development policies in order for economic corridors to be a reality again in Canada.
This energy journalist says more corridors make sense, but he's cautioning voters regarding the rhetoric of both Liberals and Conservatives.
There's a lot of smoke and mirrors here. There's a lot of, industry PR pushing projects that don't necessarily have good economics attached to them. And that's what I fear the most.
Alberta's premier has made it no secret she wants the Conservatives to win the next election and has threatened a national unity crisis if the next prime minister doesn't grant Alberta's demands, mostly on oil development. And even though the Liberals helped get the Trans Mountain pipeline built to the BC coast, Poilievre says Canadians cannot trust them with the energy sector.
They blocked our projects. They've taxed away $500 billion of investment.
Last year, 97% of Canada's oil exports went to the United States. A corridor, Poilievre promises, would open new markets in Europe and reduce Canada's economic reliance on Donald Trump's America. Trump is expected to impose new trade tariffs on Wednesday. From Edmonton, Sean Amato, City News.